Philippians 2:3 urges us to do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit, but in humility count others more significant than ourselves. This powerful verse sets the stage for our journey into understanding humility and servanthood. Humility, as portrayed in the Bible, is not about self-deprecation or a lack of self-worth. Rather, it's about recognizing the inherent value in others and placing their needs and interests above our own. It's about embracing the fact that we are all part of a larger community, interconnected and interdependent. Servanthood, on the other hand, is about action. It's about putting our humility into practice by actively serving others. It's not about seeking a position or title, but about embodying the spirit of service in our everyday actions. Both of these virtues, humility and servanthood, are essential in our relationship with God and in our interactions with others. Remember, humility isn't thinking less of ourselves, but thinking of ourselves less, and servanthood is not about position, but action. The Bible is rich with teachings on humility and servanthood. It beckons us to explore, understand, and live by these virtues. Let's delve into some specific scriptures that highlight these principles, starting with Philippians 2:3-8. This passage urges us to do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Instead, we should value others above ourselves, not looking to our own interests, but to those of others. It's an invitation to be selfless, to serve others before ourselves, and to embody humility in our actions. Consider also John 13:12-17, where Jesus himself provides a powerful illustration of servanthood. After washing his disciples' feet, an act typically reserved for the lowliest of servants, Jesus said, "Do you understand what I have done for you? You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet." This is a clear call to serve others, just as Jesus did. Then we have Matthew 23:11-12, where Jesus once again emphasizes humility and service, saying, "The greatest among you will be your servant. For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted." These words remind us that true greatness comes not from putting ourselves first, but from putting others first. These scriptures paint a vivid picture of what humility and servanthood look like. They're not about bowing down to others or diminishing our worth. Rather, they're about recognizing the inherent value in others and serving them with love and respect. They're about lifting others up, and in doing so, finding our own elevation. So, how do we apply these teachings in our lives? It starts with small acts of kindness, with putting others' needs before our own, with lending a helping hand without expecting anything in return. It's about seeing others not as below us, but as equals deserving of love and respect. As we see from these scriptures, humility and servanthood are not signs of weakness but strength. They are not about being less but about giving more. From our discussion, it's clear that walking in humility and servanthood is a call to action. Humility, as we've seen, is not about self-deprecation or thinking less of ourselves. Rather, it's about a healthy self-awareness that acknowledges our limitations and recognizes the worth and value of others. It's about putting aside our own desires and ambitions for the sake of others, in service to a cause greater than ourselves. Servanthood, on the other hand, is about willingly taking on the role of a servant as Jesus did, to meet the needs of others. Servanthood is a reflection of love in action. It's about setting aside our pride and self-interest to help, support, and uplift those around us. Both humility and servanthood are virtues that, when practiced, have the power to transform not only our lives but also the lives of those around us. They foster a sense of community and mutual respect, breaking down barriers and promoting unity and harmony. But how do we walk in humility and servanthood? It all starts with a shift in perspective. We need to see ourselves not as the center of the universe but as part of a larger community. We need to value others not for what they can do for us, but for who they are. It's about making a conscious effort every day to put others first, to listen more than we speak, to serve more than we demand, to give more than we take. It's about treating others the way we would like to be treated. So, here's the call to action. Let's strive to live out these virtues in our daily lives. Let's make an effort to be more understanding, more forgiving, more compassionate. Let's seek to serve rather than to be served. Let's choose to love, even when it's hard. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about progress. It's about taking small steps every day towards becoming more humble and more servant-like. May we strive to walk in humility and servanthood, serving others not because we have to, but because we want to, out of love for God and our neighbors.